This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Missouri Tigers, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Wolverines will boot it away to start the game. He'll call for the fair catch here. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Bulldozes him. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, you love hearing the crowd. But more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Got a man, it's Lacey.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football. You can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Second and short now after that completion. Looking for a crease, it's Lacey. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Coming after it. And it's picked off.
I know it's early, but it's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you wanted to open up. It isn't how you wanted to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
Quick handoff. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Right back to the well. The Wolverines will keep this drive going.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Red pass, it's complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Ready to fire from the pistol. They go to the ground. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away to find some room. Wide open downfield. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
With the run on 1st and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They took it 71 yards down the field and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Fair catch called for and made. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. And he earns a 1st down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Six-yard pickup on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and 4. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Here comes the option. Now the toss. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the coverage team will get to it, and they'll down it just inside the 30. Well, the kicking team obviously missed the fair catch signal. The officials did not. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Can anyone catch him? He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
All right, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. The Wolverines have taken it inside the 20. They'll give it to him again. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Smith takes the handoff. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. San Jose State has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Old Spartan Stadium. They're up by 10 over the Royals. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Hey, good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
They're setting up the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to take off. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And listen, QB job number 1, take care of the football. We got to understand when to give up on plays. We got to understand when we feel people around us and take care of the football. You can't put the ball on the turf continuously. This guy's done it several weeks in a row now, so got to take care of that football.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
The RPO game works really well for this offense because the running back is very patient. It's a bit of a delayed handoff, but he's very good at finding the creases and finding the lanes and then putting his foot in the ground and getting more.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir, no mas, get it together.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's already put 1 3 spot on the board. He'll try another one from 25 yards out. Good right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They want to throw it. Quickly complete. Still running at the 40. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar mark. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Quarterback checking the play. Here's the handoff. He'll push his way out to the 38, pickup of 3.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be third down.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Second down coming up. He hurls one deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle and all.
And it's picked off for the third time today. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
And another mistake from this quarterback. That's back-to-back drives now that have resulted in interceptions. He's got to find a way to find something different, get in a better rhythm, start seeing the field better, Palmer, because he's not in a flow right now.
No, David, it looks like he's forcing the football a little bit, maybe trying to make up for that interception he threw on the last drive. But that last play, there was no way that football should have gone there. He could have gotten off of that, checked it down, or thrown it away. This quarterback, he needs a breather right now. He's got to collect himself.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. He's looking to throw it. Moving away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. Strong, firm tackle.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
That pass is incomplete. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do. But over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
Another incompletion on third down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Here comes the field goal unit. Oh, they block it. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Comes out throwing on first down. He wants to take the top off. And it's caught inside the 30. Boy, he almost finished his half with a bang, and are they lucky to get him stopped? They're eager to head to that dressing room right now. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the score, Michigan 20, Missouri 0.
Missouri will kick it off to open this second half. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
He leaves it with the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
He's looking for an open man on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Gets it out quickly. And he's still running after the move. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
On third down, offenses have their plays. What they like in third and short, what they like third and medium, third and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
Leaves it with the running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
He's tackled at the 41. Brings up second down.
Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. He's looking to throw. He uncorks one deep. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Free yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Stewart. Makes the catch and knocked down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Feeling some heat. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Lofts one high and deep. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Got room on the return. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the drive.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Pulls and fired complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Wolverines decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. No fair catches here, looking for room. He gets a block. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Missouri. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe, as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they liked.
And they're trying to dig out of the hole on 2nd and long from the 9. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the returner goes down. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come in.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
On the move to his left. Finds his big tight end. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find their rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Good timing on the quick out.
That's a great play call there, guys. I love it. Listen, they didn't get the first down, but this QB sneak on the very next play is going to get it, and this drive's going to keep going.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. Tackled after picking up the first down. An easy call to go for it, and easier after you make it.
Yeah, we've seen it from this offense, too, throughout this season. In these types of situations, they just believe that they can make the play and they can get the push up front, and that's exactly what happened on that.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Tigers! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Number 20.
Great example of how a second half can really change everything for you. And it's blocked. That's a live ball. He can take it back for 2. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. They got the touchdown. PAT was blocked, and now they'll kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. This should be the last play of the quarter. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Michigan 20, Missouri 13.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Quarterback checking off. The give to the single back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Got it on the right. And it's slipped out. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Dude, you're in such a great position. You got the lead. Clock's winding down. I got to put some drives together. The last thing I can do is give the ball back to the other team. Horrible fumble. Big-time costly mistake.
On the option. The pitch. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has...
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on 1st down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on 2nd down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. Pressure coming. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. They're trying to get to it. Snowed under by the defense.
And I tell you what, he drops back to pass, nothing really open, tries to scramble, but now because he got a little bit more yards, is this maybe decision time on 4th and goal, down by more than a field goal? This might be time to go for it.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Oh, the attempt is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Handoff to the lone back. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff that teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. The run from the shotgun. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Wolverines enter the final minute with the lead, trying to run out the clock. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They're going to run it to the right. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. To the ground with the back. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. You want to talk about building confidence and coming through with clutch plays. Making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.